Yeah, I'm Hagen Smith. I'm from Bullard, Texas, a small town, kind of like 2 hours from Dallas. Whenever you can start playing baseball as a kid, I guess when I started. Baseball definitely brings you together for sure. I think you being at a young age, having like good coaches can help a lot to influence you later on in baseball. It's like have a good coach when you're young and kind of just teach you like how to be a team player in general. And then once you grow up doing that your whole life, I feel like it helps a lot. I think life is like baseball, man. You're going to fail a lot of the time. So, I mean, just being able to deal with failure and how to come back from failure faster. I mean, if you can't come back from failure, then you're just going to be down all the time. There's kids in my high school that like wanted to play baseball or wanted to play other sports that they just couldn't because maybe some underprivileged kids that can't like be able to like pay for sports, like be able to pay for their city league, maybe give back to them so they can play and actually have a good time playing baseball.
Sports obviously played a big role in my life growing up. Without that, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And so, it just taught me a lot about just life and how to be successful. And again, I'm just very blessed to have been into that spot. And so I think, if you can be successful in team sports, it's going to translate well later on in life. And so because we've been very blessed, because I know the impact that it's had on me personally, that's where, I want us to focus on giving back, is to create an environment, maybe for those that don't have those opportunities, if we can create those opportunities for them, and they can kind of learn the same things that we have learned. Obviously, the thought there is they'll continue to grow up and be successful. So, Paschal has chosen to highlight these programs. We know what it's done for us. There's a lot of athletes in our building. And so this is our way to hopefully kind of lean in and support all of those organizations.
At Equipped, we are an organization designed to help level the playing field for underprivileged student athletes in Northwest Arkansas by providing them with the essential sport equipment items that are not provided by their schools. The opportunity for access sometimes is limited for different kids. And so at Equipped, what we want to do is kind of just break through those barriers that despite your socioeconomic background, you should have the opportunity and the ability to learn life-changing lessons that sports provides for you. And so I think that's a huge thing, because once we do that, it sets kids on possibly a just completely different trajectory of life than what they had previously.
My parents were very hard workers, but didn't exactly bring in that much money. So there were some shortcomings when it came to sports and things that we could not do, just simply didn't have enough money to do it. The impact it made was my dad, just knowing how hard he worked and still worked even more, picked up another job and just to help afford that. But then also the opportunity that others gave, seeing how hard my dad was working and my mom was working and still not able, just the opportunities they presented. I probably wouldn't have had those had that not happened. Had somebody not picked up the note here or there, having those opportunities afforded to me and being able to go make the most of them, I'm certain that it's got me where I am. And the fact that Charlie and Paschal is going to jump on board and take the reins and go get this is phenomenal.
We're giving back to the kids that can't afford to play. We don't want somebody not be able to play because they can't. One, it's keeping them out of trouble. It's getting them to come home from school and have a practice or have a team environment. A lot of these kids they're not nearly as fortunate as most of us. And how can we impact them? And this is a way to get them off that couch or instead of going home to an empty house, they're going to a practice. As we grow, there's more kids that need help. That's just a fact.
Youth sports, as all parents who have kids in it have learned that it's not cheap to do. And the costs are just increasing and the opportunities for things are growing as well. But having the means and the ability to be a part of those, it comes at a price and at a cost. And so I think that is something that is becoming more and more of a barrier for people. I think the other part is if you played sports, you know the impact that it made on your life. Everybody that played can draw back from something that they did and be like, yeah, that made a difference in who I am today, and it shaped who I am. And so having the ability, sometimes not directly, but indirectly, through gifts and donations to help something like this grow and impact as many kids as possible, I think really can change our community and make Northwest Arkansas an even better place in the future to come.
Our kids are the future. They're the next ones, and to support them, to make them better people. We're not asking them to be professional athletes. That's what charity's about. It's about giving. It's not what you're getting out of it. It's about giving so that person can enjoy what he's doing, and we help build them.
Play baseball for fun. I don't think it should be a sport where you have to be stressing out all the time. Like, especially as a young kid, like, you should just play for fun. Just enjoy the game.
You can help bridge the gap for thousands of kids by volunteering or making a monetary donation. Please visit PaschalProPath.org to learn more.